How's it going? Today is video for day number 3, I think, the first day of, or the second day, excuse me, of vocal production. Wednesday, August 1st. It's, finally August. I can't believe I've been here like a whole year now. This is kind of crazy, you know. But anyhow, let's go ahead and jump into, what we discussed. We talked about vocal pre-production. So this is pretty much, we were talking about everything that you would do before the actual session, which is, of course, very important things to know. Like, let's see. So, the first thing you should do is get to know your singer and your song. So you want to get the lyrics and arrangement of the song before the session, so you can start to learn the lyrics and start to kind of figure out, okay, well, how exactly is this all going to flow? And you want to have a lot of copies of your lyrics laying around as well. Just checking my levels there. Excuse me. Anyhow, yeah, you want lots of copies of the lyrics going around the studio on the day of. You also want to figure out what key your singer is supposed to be singing in. So, like, what key signature, so they can fit the melody within their range comfortably, and that way you'll get that $1,000,000 shot every time. What else? You also want to talk to your singer about what their goals are. You want to talk to the producer about what the producer's goals for the session are. Or if you're the producer, what do you want to accomplish with that particular recording session? So all really important things. And we kind of looked at, well, where should your priorities be, I suppose, if you're the engineer versus being the producer, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So we looked at some of the, well, what do you need to worry about types of things. Either way, of course, you need to be prepared. You need to, have everything ready to go, etc., whatever. So again, some really important points. We also checked out, or we also discussed, you want to have a reference. So a reference isn't like normally what a reference is as an engineer, as a mix engineer, what you would do is bring in your favorite CD or something to the recording studio and listen to it. And I mean, it's like a CD and a song that you know by heart. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I would bring in a CD by the Mars Volta because obviously I know their music very well. So it would be a really good CD that you trust, that you know, to figure out the room. Well, that's not quite the case with this type of reference. A reference for a vocal session is one that is in the same genre of music that you're doing. It's a commercially produced and released song. And it will have similar vocal characteristics as to what you're going for. So not the same. It's not like you're trying to copy it verbatim, but it's in the direction that you're trying to go. So that way, if your singer is really off that day, you can kind of say, hey, kind of do this or that, So you want to make sure you have a good reference. What else? Again, so finding your voice as a producer. You want to get a game plan together of, how should the vocal be sung? What types of doubles and harmonies do you want to put on the song? You're going to need ad-lib tracks. How are you going to treat the vocals within the mix, like where are they going to sit? Things like that. What else do we have? We've got preparing the session. So again, prepare your lyrics. That came up multiple times. The lyrics are very important. Again, learn the song structure and arrangement. And as the engineer, knowing the song and where everything sits, that's going to it's just going to help you be quick. If the producer or singer is like, let's go to the chorus, bam, you can jump right there. So really, with your Pro Tools session and knowing the arrangement and everything, you can place event markers and just jump right to it wherever you need to go. As the engineer, you also want to know the melodies. That way, if the singer is off and the producer doesn't catch it, you're there to get their back, and save the song, essentially. What else? Yes. Okay. you want to prepare your Pro Tool session. So you want to set your tempo map. Again, place your markers. Now you can if you think of it one way, you can place the markers for like your chorus, your verse, the bridge, whatever, and that's fine. But if you really want to get detailed, you can listen to the melody, look at your lyric sheet, and place event markers for where each line of the lyrics are going to go. You want to make sure your signal routing is all good, so that means you want to have your subgroups or submixes all routed. You want to have your time-based effects in place and ready to go. You want to have basically all your tracks, of course, set up, your reference track, and perhaps a guide vocal, if you have one of those. And let's see. And it says, always go to a recording session with your song on at least 2 different hard drives. So in case one of them crashes, you have a backup. Because, yes, hard drives do, in fact, computers in general, do, in fact, break. And then after that, we went into microphone, because you want to have some type of an idea of what microphone you're going to use, or microphones, plural. So, we looked at a brief review of microphones, which was coming straight out of session recording. Obviously, we were still pretty fresh on all that. So, we went over your dynamic, ribbon, and condenser mics, the sensitivity, basically all the types of specs for those types of microphones, tips for selecting a microphone, like how your singer likes to sing and perform, what genre of music you're going to go for, depending on even what part of the song. Is it the loud part or is it the soft part? You're going to have to choose a different mic for that, et cetera, et cetera. And also we looked at, setting up the room for recording, because if you think about it, it's like, one, obviously you want to have a well-treated room. That way you're not getting tons of reflections, because you want, usually you want to get as dry a recording as possible. That way you can do whatever processing you need to it later. Because if you record reverb, there's no anything that can ever pull that reverb out of the original recording. So I remember that. So yeah, we talked about, different ways that you can try to analyze the room and things you can do in it to try and make it as workable as possible. And then, of course, we looked at microphone placement. There were 3 different techniques that we looked at on where to place the mic. So you've got, like, for example, you've got right in front, above, right about there, and below. And they each have their different characteristics, but those are 3, like, kind of general techniques that you can use, or placements, I suppose. What else we got? Yeah, make sure you're pointing the mic at the singer, because apparently a mistake that a lot of rookies will make is, like, for example, like, if this microphone, obviously, that this end is the end, but let's say that it was just extended and it looked kind of funny, and you didn't know which side, or let's say, it's a side-facing capsule, and you're not sure which direction it faces, and so some people will face it the wrong way. Like, we'll say that the side with the little notch for the microphone is the back. They might accidentally point it forwards. And then what you have is the singer singing into the back of the microphone until someone figures out, which would be pretty quick and too late already, because you're ready to go record and you have to turn around. So don't do that. We discussed windscreens and pop filters, what they're good for, the different kinds, sort of how to clean them. Apparently cleaning like pop filters is one of the nastier jobs of the studios. Usually interns get that. And actually, cleaning the pop filter, since it is such a kind of job, it's like if you volunteer to do that, you'll probably get yourself some bonus points with the people in charge, because that's showing initiative. We looked at different mic stands, and then setting up the headphone mix. Just different tips for how to work with different people and stuff. And then at the very end, we didn't go over it. It's in the. Look at that. Okay, yeah, nasty. I'm probably gonna go wash my hands here. I'm probably gonna cut the video to wash my hands. Um, anyhow, we there's a part in the lecture PDF just about different microphones, what they look like, and usually what they're used for. Like your Neumann U47, U series, U47, U47 FET, U67, the Neumann M49, bunch of Neumann microphones, bunch of AKG microphones, Telefunken. So just your basic stuff, really. So I mean, it was a pretty good day. Nothing special. Just talked about stuff. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I know it was pretty direct and to the point. That's how I'm gonna try to keep the videos, just to stay on track and everything. But yeah, great stuff. So until next time, any questions you have, let me know. I'll try and get back to you. Friend me on Facebook if you like. It's the facebook.com/Ferreasopus, which is Latin, by the way. It's Latin words. I turned it into a name. It's not a name, but it is for me. Anyhow, it's an internet persona. Okay, I'll put it that way. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Check it out. I hope you dig it.